Hello, let me do my December goals wrap up, even though I didn't do a December goals video. What I did do is while I was doing my November goals wrap up, I created a December goals sheet. And maybe for that reason, or maybe just because it's a fucking month, I did not get around to actually making the December goals video, but I do have the sheet here. So as always, first thing I've done is I have reviewed my journals. December crosses over from one to the next journal, and just kind of read through that. So to kind of give me an idea of like how the month's going, and maybe maybe why I'm feeling stressed and yeah, a little bit messed up at the moment. Yeah. So number one is time with Ja. So that's weekend activities with Ja, chatting at breakfast with Ja, couples talk on the weekend, reviewing the homework that a counselor has given us. I think overarching with Ja, Ja is having her difficulties professionally at the moment, and I'm not going to go into it more than that. But it's a major thing. It's taking up obviously a huge amount of her energies and being able to focus. And indeed, because we're not there's not the money brought in there, and we don't have the insurance then covering, uh we're not going to do couples counseling at the moment. I'm going to pause that, which is like, it's a shame, but it's also, we need to get her, there's triage, and she needs to be okay. Then we can get back to the us, which is also important. But if one person is completely fucked up, then, well, she's not completely fucked up, but she's pretty fucked up. Then that needs to happen. So yeah, that is kind of a major thing that's kind of sucked my energy and my attention and my zest at the moment, to be honest. I wouldn't say that to Ja, but it's like, you know, happy wife, happy life, and fucking miserable wife, not that great life at the moment. Which happens, and hopefully will get addressed and stuff like that. But that is how I'm feeling at the moment. So that's valid, and I'm here to support Ja in all the ways that I can. So yeah, there's that. Number two, I'm going to pass on because I don't want to go into Ja stuff. Number two is walking daily with the dogs and Jackie. Sunday, Mondays are off. Yeah, for the most part, that's been good. Number three, early to bed, 12:30ish, early to rise, 7:15. It's more like it's later. It depends. Like, boy, today I slept into like 8:10, which was good, and definitely also add in naps there too, to try and give myself the energy and the focus and the healthy sleep that I need. Number four is mindful calorie intake, evening snack. Wavering back and forth on that. It hasn't been all great this month. I have gone a little bit down in weight. I think if I could be a little bit more, just like have some pumpkin seeds, and one other thing, not chips. That would be really good for just trying to shrink that calorie intake and kind of shrink the belly that is developing there. My goal in general, I think, for the new year, we'll definitely be trying to get down to a 200, and we'll go from there. But that's my first thing. Number five, phone and earbud hygiene. Continuing with the B mark on the thing, that's all really, really good. I've been very strict with that, and that has really helped me. No phone in the bedroom, and that really has helped me. Number six is work on time. Out of the house at 2:25, biking away at 2:30. So 155 pack. I have to think about that because I do get some writing in. I have found I'm getting squeaking a little bit of writing in at the just before I go to work, and I'll need to think about that, and when I want to make my cutoff point for that. Yeah, yeah, because I would like to work quicker to get to work on time. Number seven is continuing as always to adjust to the new normal at work, adjust to new workers and new challenges, beware of being a control freak, and bring the fun. Which, yeah, I think that's been fairly good this month. The challenge I was expecting maybe over the Christmas little bit didn't happen. So, but that can happen, and just trying to be relaxed and open and not trying to be controlling, because that's not good for my residents, and that's not good for myself. I'm here to enhance their lives, not to control their lives, and to be warm and positive, stable. Definitely bring stability into the house, and to ensure, when I see collisions about to happen, that I steer them in different directions. Number 8 is my daily physio exercises and core strength exercises, what I call my black exercises for Dr. Black, Dr. Stephanie Black. Yeah, that has been good. Definitely, I took the weekend off this weekend. You know, I did make a point of getting it done today, which has definitely made me feel better than this morning when I was just really feeling freaking miserable when I got up in the morning. Tuesday mornings are hard, and Tuesday mornings are a little bit extra hard at the moment. Daily to-do check-in. I have not. That is really useful, and I should and will get back into doing my daily to-dos, and I should try and make that a first thing in the morning kind of thing, because it's like, yeah, it's 11:47 and I haven't done that yet. Would be a good thing to get done. I will make all the efforts. On number 10, public channel goals. One video review or notable books. I've made a fair number of videos in the last little while, but I've never made them public. So I'm making the videos, I'm just not making them public, and I dropped one subscriber, which is funny if you notice, but it's like, yeah, you've been so inactive, someone just went, okay, click, turn you off. Number 11, reading goals. The 1901 project. I am definitely enjoying Marie Corelli's Sorrows of Satan at the moment for that project. That is going well. It's an interesting book, a lot easier to take than Rudyard Kipling, even though it's very pious and kind of, the only way you can have meaning in your life is God. Even though it's like that's fairly easy versus the kind of the colonial racism of Kipling, pretty constant of Kipling. It's Maria Corelli, not as good a writer as Kipling, but easier to take, especially over this long period of time. Number 12, writing projects. I am writing. None of the stuff here. This is like there's a NaNoWriMo alternate thing which didn't work out, but that's from November, and I haven't found an alternate site to LE, so I don't know. Think about that. Number 13 is daily journal keeping, doing entry in the morning, work on a kind of a subject each day. I have actually been doing that, and I have been reviewing my entries before I get here, which is good because it's a good bit of a corrective. 14 is reading on the weekend. I do try and get a good hunk of reading in the weekend. It's maybe not that 2 hours first thing in the morning stuff, but I am getting reading done. The problem is I'm also doing, for one of those days, Mondays, I get up first thing and go grocery shopping. So there's that. Number 15 is sign every day with Linkvano, which I have continued doing. However, I have unsubscribed. I've canceled my subscription to Linkvano, and I think it'll run out in February. I'm just going to continue doing it until then, but I haven't found it has been particularly, probably because I just don't use it in my real life. It hasn't stuck, and unfortunately, I think once I finish Linkvano, it'll probably, a lot of it will just kind of pretty much disappear overnight. Yeah, it was worth a shot. Number 16 is outside gardening tasks. It's the winter time, so it hasn't really been a thing. Number 17 is the vocal improvements. I have been doing my vocal videos. I've been doing my vocal exercises. I've been reading out loud. I will kind of set up a thing for doing an anxiety video check-in for, I can't remember if I actually got to it for December or not. May or may not have. I've got a circle and then an arrow, which I haven't checked off, so I may have missed that. Definitely a lot of my dark episodes have been anxiety video check-ins lately. I haven't been doing a no weekly kind of check-in or anything like that lately. Just Hasn't been a thing. I do have a thought of doing kind of essays, trying to do essays. Number 18 is 2024 themes video. Check in on the 8th and then review of my themes on the 29th. And I actually did do that. That was really good. I got that done. Checked off securely there. That was really good. Number 19, a house tidy or clean half hour a day or a weekend session. Nope. Nope. My office and Ja's office would be great to do. Getting the donations out would be great to do. Getting Christmas decorations. I have December 7th. I think I finally got them up on like the 22nd, just before Christmas. We took out a few things. The boxes are just sitting there, and now it'll be a matter of putting everything away and getting it downstairs again. Number 20 is supporting, checking in with Ja and continuing challenges, making a good home a good place to work, making lunches on time, etc. That was sort of her work schedule. The work schedule has stopped since sort of mid-December. So it is supporting her, but supporting her. She's talking to a doctor right now, getting forms filled out, but really trying to figure out what the hell to do. She hasn't been able to go back to work. Yeah. Yeah. So that is a worry. That is something. It's a worry on a couple of levels. And unfortunately, one of those levels is financial as well as her emotional, mental well-being. She was in a really dark place about a year ago, like really dark, and I don't want her to go back into that. She's done so well, but this is just a real. I mean, maybe that's just like she's done so well. It's like it's maybe not surprising and understandable that there's been a bit of a rebound, but hopefully we can get her back out of this rebound and into some other place. Number 21 was checking in on MDMA experience on the 7th. Do a video and my video journal. I can't remember if I did. I think I did do some video just reactions after the fact. I'm definitely like, I'm definitely kind of like, okay, it was an interesting experiment. Kind of definitely demoted to kind of after the very first one, like 6 months ago, demoted to kind of like recreational. It might not even be that. And I mean, a part of that was also it wasn't a good experience for Ja as well as for me. It was, and I was much more surface, much more motor mouthy, much more scattered, which wasn't pleasant. It wasn't like bad, but it wasn't rewarding. I guess I'll put it there. So I've got down for priorities under here is to-do list, which fell off again. And number 2 was evening snack. When I will in January I'm probably going to come up with a short-term just goals for January. One of the goals for January is working on my themes, but so I will do that tomorrow. I do have a new calendar. Is to definitely is to do kind of short-term goals for January. One of the goals for January is by the end of January have kind of themes for the year. Gives me a whole month to do it, and to work on to-do list, evening snacks, things like that. Yeah, and above all, support and love and help the most important person in my life, my Ja. All right, I will leave it there. More videos later.